Good morning, people. Let's get up. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be? Let's get here this morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the start of the day. You have been cordially invited to the next day of your life. Show up on the scene. Ain't gotta think about it twice. You could be nifty, nasty, or nice, but you gotta pay the price. Sharpen the blade, it get real easy to slice. Good morning, people, good morning. Welcome in. Dropped my little freestyle this morning. What do y'all think? Let's get up, people. Top of the day, as always. It's your boy here, Oloropo. Let's get started. Let's wake up. Let's get some energy. Let's get some positivity. Let's get some positive thoughts. Some strong support. Some consideration. Let's do what we've been doing. Let's continue to grow. Remember, reflect, redirect. As you check in, people, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is where you are. It's 5:01 here now. We're out on the walk. We're getting ready to talk. Is Jaden, you chasing someone moving this slow? I'm gonna chase somebody moving this slow, Jaden. Am I supposed to be Michael? Halloween? Walking this slow. Welcome to the day. Thank you for being here. Good morning, everyone. Let's do this walk. Let's do this talk. People, it is, let's get my day right. What is that day, people? August 19th. August 19th, 2025. Welcome to the morning. Thank you for being here. As always, let's get up. Let's get started with some positivity, some good energy. NYC 502, that's what I'm talking about. Where you at in NYC? What borough you in? Said NYC, you gotta be from like Queens or something. Manhattan, the Bronx. Listen, you're one of the few people who have ever said they were from NYC when they from the Bronx. Normally, everybody I talk to or meet who's from New York, and they're from either the Bronx or Brooklyn, they say it like it's a country. Here's my little view at the top of the hill, people. Like really aggressive too. Like not only is it a country, but like they're a part of the military. It's like, you up from the Bronx. It's like, dude, like, then y'all got the rundown, like the street. I've never heard somebody introduce their location like people from New York. It's like they hit you with the borough, the block, and the elementary school. It's like, yo, I'm from the Bronx. 13th block, 125th Street, up top, PS 823. It's like, yo, like what? Like how much information? It's like, yo, it's like, don't say if you from the Bronx, you gotta prove it. Like, I need that. I need your block. I need your street, your block. I need to know where you went and got like your candy from. Yo, I love New York, yo. There's so much energy in New York. Thank you for being here, Jaden. Good morning, man. Welcome in. Hey, guys, as always, as you drop in, let me know where you're checking in from, what time of day it is, where you are. Good to see you, Ricky. Bro, you sound... Do you smoke weed? No, sir, I don't. But thanks for checking in. I don't have a problem if you do. So, but thank you for checking in this morning. How's everybody feeling? Right now this morning, do it on this walk and talk. Y'all know I'm out here. I get out here, I do about 30-minute walk in the morning. We're talking today about the difference between critique and criticism, guys. The difference between critique and criticism. Here's the question. Why is this difference important? Is it important, and does it really matter? Well, the reason that these two things are important is because they both have a way of contributing to your growth. Whatever it is you're working on, doesn't matter if it's finances, fitness, relationships, or your faith. Your family, whatever it is you're working on. When you talk about the difference between critique and criticism, where it comes from is one thing. How it's received and used is something altogether different. And this is what we have to work on, guys. We have to work on how we receive critique or criticism, because it'll make a difference. It'll make a difference in our growth. It'll make a difference in our development. It'll make a difference in who we are in our journey, how we see ourselves and how we see others. Hey, yo, what's going on, Rich? Good morning. Coming in from Australia. Welcome in. Sun is just setting, dude. That's awesome. We're about maybe 35, 40 minutes from sunrise here. How you doing today? Good to hear from you, man. I hope everything is going great with you. Thank you for stopping in again. Today we're talking about critique versus criticism and the importance of it, how it impacts growth, development, and your vision and relationships with others. Many of us often feel like critique or criticism is coming at us, and we don't take the opportunity. If we can't process feedback correctly, then we probably don't possess the ability to give feedback correctly as well. This is why it's such a major thing for so many people, for so many businesses, for so many companies to be able to find people to provide that. A way to have leaders who can support and deliver feedback in a way in which it's going to be receptive from the team members. So, how do we do that? What is it about? Well, it's really simple. The basis of it is fairly simple. Critique is going to be designed to help you grow, right? Critique is what people are going to say, and it's going to have a specific value to it. And it's not going to be negative, right? So, an example of critique versus criticism, right? So, criticism is simply, and here's the thing, don't get me wrong, the criticism may not be wrong, right? The criticism that we receive may not be wrong in what the assessment is. The delivery method may suck, but the thing that they're looking at or the thing that they're speaking on, the information may not be wrong, which is why we have to be able to filter through both, right? So when you come to a critique, when someone's giving you a critique, they're taking an honest look at what you're doing. One of the things that critiques are going to have that criticisms rarely do is critiques are going to seek to understand, right? When someone's critiquing something, they're going to try to get a sense of what it is you're trying to do or what it is you're trying to say. Because it's hard to just have a critique of something without understanding what was the direction of the action. What was the desired accomplishment? Good morning, who we got? Dusty Rose, hey man, how's it going? It's going good, Dusty. Good to see you this morning. Thank you for stopping in. As always, guys, when you check in, do me a favor, drop in where you're checking in from, what time of day it is where you are. So, when we do a critique of something, we want to make sure we're taking the time to figure out what's actually going on, right? So, you walk up on two people traveling on a track, and one person is running forward, the other person is running backwards. And the person who's running backwards, you look at them and you're like, man, you don't even know how to run, right? That's immediate criticism, right? Critique. If you wanted to be able to move faster in this, if you wanted to be able to have a better chance of winning this race, turning around and running forward is usually going to help you move at a swifter pace. I'm in my area, man, they're running trash right now, and that's that beeping you hearing. So while I'm on my walk, this is the morning when they do that. So one of the things that's going to happen, man, is understanding when we walk into situations, if we don't have an understanding of what's going on, we can't be critical of the behaviors of the people who are there. We cannot critique without having a better understanding. That's one. Two, as I said before, that critique is going to be designed to help you grow, right? And that criticism, it's just haters, dude. Like haters, and they look, look, they might be right. I had some haters come on here and say some stuff, right? That's kind of funny, but we have to be able to filter it. Does it matter, right? Is it going towards my growth? Does it matter to my path? And can I use it? For the things that we can use, we use them. For the things that we cannot, we have to filter out. But that's important for us to understand because that's an action we need to take. If someone says, dude, your attitude stinks and you can't handle difficult questions or hard situations, and you blow up and you can't handle difficult situations or hard questions, then they're right. You've made them right in the regards that is what your behavior is. Now, a critique is going to say, hey, let's talk about some of the things that we can implement or you could do to help you better address or deal with conflict, right? Let's work with some things, some skills on you being able to understand activities and behaviors of others and how it impacts your progress. Those are critiques. Those are things that are designed for you to be able to take in and use, right? You're in the gym and you have a workout buddy. And here's the thing, and this is what I'm trying to say, I'm not totally against criticism, because sometimes you need a swift kick. Sometimes you need to stop being babied. And somebody needs to tell you what's true, which is why how you handle that needs to be done well. If you're in the gym and you're working out with your buddies, right? And then you guys understand, hey, we come in here 3 times a week, we have these routines we do, and all of a sudden, you get other things you want to do, you stop showing up, and then you come in there one day and everybody's bench press has gone up by 15 pounds and you've been missing it, and then you're gonna lay down. What's going on, Fable? You want to jump on the bench, and then they start calling you weak. They start picking on you. They're like, yo, what's happening? You can't move that with them puppy arms. What, you 9 years old? You need to go back to push-ups? You want us to go get some of the plastic weights for you? Like they start coming at you and they offer you criticism. But when it's from the space of people who know you, and you know that you're missing the mark, you know you're not doing your workouts, you know you're not showing up when you're supposed to show up, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do, all right, this is what you get. I'm not into babyfying people, I'm not. And I know the difference between critique and criticism, and it's predicated in large part on who it's coming from and do they care about you. See, I care enough about you to say some things to you that you don't like. I care enough about you to address you in some ways that you're not happy about. I care enough about you to understand the things I'm going to say and the way I'm going to say it and the accountability that I'm going to offer may sound harsh, but it's going to be real and it's coming from love. And if you can't take it when I'm giving it to you nice, hey, listen, in order for this plan that you have to work, we have to make sure we're following the guidelines, right? We have to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to when we're supposed to. We need a schedule, and we need to work on this schedule. And we need to hit the marks when we say we're going to, how we say we're going to, because the only way for us to truly see you be successful at this is for you to approach it with discipline. And discipline has a structure. If you're not hitting the structure, you're not going to see the results. And you can't blame it on other people. You can't blame it on the class. You can't blame it on the teacher. You can't blame it on the coach. You can't blame it on your coworkers. You have to do what's necessary. Now, if you don't want anything, that's point number one. If you don't want anything, then it doesn't matter. Don't come asking for feedback if you don't want growth. It doesn't matter. That's why it's going to be really important for you to understand when it comes down to critique and criticism, do you even want it? Do you want critique? Do you want feedback? You got to care enough about your own results to be able to accept it, right? And that's why so many of us have difficulty dealing with it, because critique and feedback is being self-aware and self-accountable. You're asking someone else, hey, take a look at this thing that I'm doing. I think I'm doing pretty good, but here's the area I'm working on. Give me your feedback. Give me your critique. I think you suck. I think based on the amount of time you've been doing this and the things that you've done in the past and what you say your focus is, I think this whole thing is broken. Because we've been working on this now for a year, and I've been very clear in the things that needed to be done. I've been very clear, and we've talked about the things you've done correctly. We've focused on growing those things and continuing to work on them. We've put in the time, and now here you are, a year later, and you're in the same place, and you're making the same mistakes, and you're not showing up. Let's take a look at what you've done over the last year. How many days were you supposed to carry out this specific activity? How many days did you actually carry it out? All right, so this isn't a criticism. This isn't a criticism. This is a check. You gotta inspect what you expect. And so we set expectations and you're not hitting them. And now you're wondering why the results are not where you want them to be. As a manager, I worked in a company and I had a gentleman who worked in my department, and I told him, hey, I don't need you to sell everything. I just need you to speak to it. Don't worry about selling everything. Just speak to it. And so I watched him and I told him, listen, I need you to just speak to the benefits. And we worked on it and we went on them, and I watched him, and we came up to an end of one of his scheduled shifts, and I went up to him and I said, hey man, I saw you, great job today. He said, literally, I sold none of the things that were on there. I was like, yes, but you spoke to all of them. I said, it's not about whether or not you're selling them yet. We'll get there. What's important is right now, you're following the path. And you're speaking to the things that are supposed to be spoken to. You are sharing the information in the space where it's supposed to be shared. You are connecting in the way we're supposed to. You are building on the skills and the talents from before, and you'll continue to grow. However, that's critique versus criticism. Dude, when it gets time for someone to share with you, sometimes all some people can hear is hate. That's on you. Maybe you're a hate receptor. Maybe your antennas are only tuned in to love and hate. And nobody can hit you in the middle ground. Nobody can truly help you grow with confidence and feedback, because all feedback is hate to you, right? And so when somebody gives you feedback in a non-hateful way, you reject it. You treat it like, oh man, well, yeah, I like how that sounds. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I understand how that sounds. I'm not gonna do that. So then people got hit you in your face with hate. Your numbers suck. You were good for 3 weeks. You ain't been good since. It's 4 months later. You lack consistency. You've shown the ability to be able to do it, but you don't put in the effort to continuously do it. You want to be able to benefit from something you did 3 years ago, and you haven't done anything since. You made one good catch on this football team, and now you think you're supposed to be the first round draft pick? You made one good catch in your junior year of high school. You got one viral video, and you think you're supposed to be a millionaire? So when somebody starts to talk to you and they start to share with you a true critique, and hey, here's some of the things that you did great. Let's take a look at this catch. Let's take a look at the body positioning. Let's take a look at the route you ran. Here's the thing. You know why that catch was great? The catch was great because you ran the wrong route, but you did a great job adjusting your body to get your hands on the ball to where the quarterback threw it. It was a beautiful catch. It was a highlight. But when a football coach looks at it, they see you lack discipline in your route running. They see that you don't have the ability to run the play that was called. They see that you have some holes that you need to improve. So now when you get this critique, oh man, you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm better than that. Then your bum ass wash out the league in 2.5 weeks because you don't understand the difference between critique, criticism, and hate. And all you listen to is hate, and all you're driven by is hate. And if all you're driven by is hate, then you don't find yourself being great very often because hate is a horrible fuel. Hate burns you as much as it burns the people you hate. This is why critique and criticism is important. We have to be able to know the difference. We have to not only be able to share it, but we have to be able to receive it. Somebody does not have to hate you. You should not need someone to hate you and to lambast you and to tear you down in order for you to be able to be great, in order for you to be able to see the areas where you want to grow, where you want to develop. It should not require that. And if it does, that's not somebody else's problem, that's yours. So when we talk about critique and criticism, when we talk about growth and development, when we talk about moving along our path and seeing ourselves get better, seeing ourselves get stronger, seeing ourselves be motivated and have growth, we have to understand when there are people, whether it's critique or criticism, we need to be able to understand it for what it is. Right? Right. It's now 5:21 in the morning here on the East Coast, man. Fable said, man, one of my friends is a roid user and regularly teases me about my noodle arm. You should regularly tease him about his estrogen nipples. Oh, dude, the thing that I'm trying to share with you, the thing that I think is important here, is that when we talk about development in the form of any area, in any area of our life, and we have to know the difference between a critique and a criticism, it's going to be based on one, what are the people looking for? What are they trying to offer you? Two, are they trying to offer this in a way that it's going to help you grow? Or are they simply taking shots at you? We all have great opportunities within ourselves to nurture ourselves, to grow ourselves, to strengthen ourselves. We all have these opportunities, but these opportunities also are going to require for us to be active, people. We need to be active in our growth. We need to be active in our development. We need to be engaged. We have to eliminate excuses. It's too easy to make excuses. And people choose excuses because it works for them. I literally said yesterday in a live, it is harder to waste time than it is to use it. Because in order for you to waste time, you have to actively engage in making sure that that thing that you're doing in that moment will have no future value. You have to make sure it has no value now and no future value. Time keeps ticking. You can do a lot of things. You can rest, you can think, you can plan, you can read, you can relax, you can enjoy. Like, all of those things are useful things. None of those things are wasting time. None of them are wasting time. But if you have stuff that you need to be doing and you know that the thing that you're doing right now is not contributing to that thing, in that moment, you know the thing that you're supposed to be doing is being lost, that's wasting time. I am supposed to be running right now. I'm supposed to be outside doing my workout right now. And you're sitting here doing something other than that, then you know you're wasting your time. Because whatever it is you're doing, and you know that that thing that you're supposed to be doing is now more likely not to get done, that's a waste of your time. You're not just sitting here, oh man, I'm just chilling. No, you're not. You're wasting your time because you said you had something you wanted to do. You know there's something you're supposed to be doing, and this is the time when you could be doing it, and you're not. You know that. It's not that, oh, I forgot. You're actively wasting your time. It is hard to waste time because it has to have no value in that moment, and you know it's impacting the value of what you could be doing in the future. We have Katari says, how to talk but not fumble, stutter, or hesitate. Is that a question? It takes practice. Edward, ever try? No, Edward, that's a bad game. That's a bad game, Edward. No, I have not tried that. Alex, hey Alex, how you doing? Well, come find me, son. I'm on the walk. You missed me because you didn't get up and get out on this walk in time. All right, so people, here's what we're saying this morning. We have to understand the difference between critique and criticism, but it's all about how we digest it and process it. Someone can critique us, someone can criticize us, someone can take a look at what we're doing and have their own opinion of it. And it may be valid towards our growth, but we have to filter it. We have to be able to take it in and apply it to what we're doing. Alex, dude, listen, again, I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna focus on this walk and talk. Critique and criticism is really gonna be about us understanding what's coming to us, where it's coming from, and the value of that thing. Don't hate on people hating you. Don't spend too much time focused on trying to figure out how to get back at your haters or respond to the criticism. Understand that if everything is intended for your growth, what matters, use it. What doesn't, lose it. And you're gonna elevate, but it still falls on you. Don't think somebody else's critique of you or someone else's suggestion for you or someone else's view of what you should be doing is better for you than the plan that you've developed, because you have to take action on whichever one it is. Katari says, you look like my friend. So I look like your friend, but he's reversed. He's got hair on his head, but none on his face. Understood. Alex, guys, I'm almost done here. Alex says, you didn't tell me when you were going for a walk though. I'll wait back at home for you, but I'm telling Mom you left me behind. Okay, I understand, Alex. I'll deal with that when I get back in the house. Thank you guys for being here this morning. Listen, here's the thing, guys. Having critique, having criticism, understanding it, and processing it is always going to be a part of our growth and development. It's going to be a big thing that we need to focus on if we are to hit our goals. But that is always going to require as well for us to understand that everything we do is going to be predicated on us having a plan and knowing that we're working towards it. Hey guys, say good morning to my wife. My wife is in the chat. That's my life right there where it says life. Say good morning, guys. Katari says, why there's a bump on your head? That's a growth scar. That's from being on a job site and not wearing the appropriate apparel for protection. So everything that we're doing, everything we're talking about this morning, guys, is going to always be focused on discipline, development, and growth. It's going to be focused on getting things done in a way that supports the outcome we're looking for, knowing that we have to start with repetition. We have to be patient because it's not going to happen immediately. We're going to have to know that with that, we have to become consistent. So we do the work we're supposed to when we're supposed to. And then ultimately, it's going to end up finishing with perseverance, which works on us more than it works on that thing, guys. We are now at 5:29, guys. So I've been on for 30 minutes. This is my 30-minute walk and talk. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning, guys. Thank you for all your comments, your like, your sharing. Please visit the channel, see more of the content, become more involved in the movement. Understand everything works with discipline, whether you're working on your faith, finances, family, or your fitness. Make sure that you continue to work diligently and understand your process and your goal. Orbit said, "You too loud out there in the morning. You're gonna wake everyone up." That's part of what I do in the morning, Orbit, indeed. Katari says, "Thanks for the advice, Kevin Hart looking Shaq." But why, Katari? Why, dude? I feel like I was doing my best. Dad left me behind. So my wife doesn't joke around as much as I do, Alex. Can you, you guys take care. I want to thank you for stopping in. And as always, guys, keep in mind, I want you to keep showing up. I want you to keep blowing up, and I want you to keep growing up. Until next time, guys, you take care. God bless.